Grand Rising to my kindred spirits. And for those who are new, I welcome you too. Now, before I begin, I always just want to put it out there as a reminder or a public service announcement, whatever you want to call it. Now, I am focused on self-healing. So I'm not here to make you think like me. I just want you to think. I do not use prescriptive drugs. I am not a medical doctor. So if you have a serious case mentally and emotionally, I ask and I inform you to make sure you go see one of them. Okay? I am a life coach and counselor. Holistically, I take it from a holistic point of view where I guide you and assist you with your own self-healing by utilizing some of my creative ideas, experiences, and based on the research that I have done over the years since I've got my master's certification in neuro-linguistic programming, which is a subscience of psychiatry and psychology since 2020 of this year. Now, experiences is based on all of my life. All right? So, I utilize myself as an example, and if you think and feel that I meet some of your qualifications in that, then I appreciate the honors of assisting and guiding you. Okay, now let's get on with the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like my content. And if you want to consult with me free and at no charge, you can contact me. My contact information is in the description box below this video, and I will put it at the end of the video. Okay, now can we begin? All right, let's do this. Okay, so I want to let you know that eventually I will be doing some new things here on this channel, slowly but surely. I would love to get more engagement from you, but I guess I will have to do some changes to have more of your engagement into the video by commenting below or emailing me if you feel uncomfortable with putting your information out there below. You can, if there's some private questions or comments you would like to make, of course, my contact information is below and at the end of the video. Okay? All right. So I'm just going to get a little tidbits of information today, and I have my notes. So I am just going to speak on a few topics, and it's going to be short and brief. So the first one, I'm looking down at my notes here, seek solutions from within and not in hopes that material satisfaction will assist you, you know. Because once you have access to the material things you want, material things you need, you have to come to recognize material things don't last. That's why you have to renew. You have to throw things out and buy new things to replace those things. Sometimes we gain weight, lose weight, and have to replace clothing. Our feet get big and shrink due to inflammation and swelling. So you have to buy new shoes, you know? Um, a lot of these things don't last long. So why do we cherish these things? It's based on lack of knowledge. That's basically why you try to hold on to material things. I know when I was younger, coming into this world, learning, and when I learned that even people expire, their time for being here in this world expires. So you wonder, why do we come into this world? Well, based on my experience and research, what I've come to know is we spend a time in this world learning of this world and how to be human, the human experience, because we're originally spiritual beings. How do I know this? Just based on some of the experiences I've had, out-of-body experiences that maybe a few of you can relate to. And for those who can't relate to, just hope that you get to have that out-of-body experience where you're not outside of your body too long and you're able to step back in to give, you know, to give your testimony. So my testimony is my proof, or my experience is my proof. My testimony is, is not for you to believe. It's just a testimony, okay? But we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So within this human experience, we're learning not only how to be human and be in this human dimension, but we experience other humans. And we experience living things that are here, living things, living beings, as well as just having the experience of what it's like to interact with one another and enjoy some of the material things here. But we should not get so caught up in hopes that this will be forever and ever, because our spirit bodies, our spiritual minds, and our spiritual well-beings is also excited to experience other dimensions and realms so that we may learn from those experiences. So that is just my take. I'm not saying that is a rooted and definite answer to everything. But also, if you look up and read other people that have lived before us who have left books and recordings of their experiences as spiritual beings, there is some mention of being spiritual and having a human experience. You're always the spiritual being first. We have to learn how to live in this world, how to participate, how to cooperate with one another. And even the system that has been set up for us. In most cases, a lot of us can agree it has been dysfunctional. So we're also learning how to survive certain dysfunctions and how to rise above them. So once you recognize what's dysfunctional to you and rise above it, find mechanisms to cope so that you can get on and grow and progress within this human experience and dimension. Okay, let's move on to the next. So I was gonna make a full video on about being secluded from society. Now I'm not fully secluded, like I don't go nowhere. I got work to do. And a part of my work I do Friday through Sunday, where I'm able to interact with many people to not only network, but also utilize research, ask them questions, just interact with them, just to get an understanding or to stay abreast of things that trend. Okay, because we've been put into this society that has been created for us to experience trends, or I would like to say changes, how we deal with changes. What type of changes is going on with us? What type of problems are we dealing with? How can we get past some dysfunctions? Even though we all deal with dysfunctions differently, we still are learning from our experiences and other people's experiences how to cope with problems and some dysfunctions in our lives. So some people feel like being secluded or alone for the majority part of your time, or for a long period of time. Some people find that to be dysfunctional. Well, let me explain to you. In this society today, the part that we find that is discipline is being able to be alone. Let me give you an example. Feeling like being in a relationship with some of the opposite sex or the same sex in a romantic or intimate relationship, let me just say intimate relationships that we form with someone outside of our family that we get to know. And when that ends, and let me help you understand and overstand relationships. We get into relationships to learn more about how to have better relationships, not only with ourselves, but with others outside of ourselves, whether they're family relationships, intimate relationships, friendships, or on the job relationships. And when I say on the job, I'm saying in a work environment on a professional level, okay? So we are learning how to cope, how to relate. But what we have to understand, with some relationships, we may experience emotional, mental pain. For some people, to the point of trauma. Okay? With that, we're learning how to be in relationships and what we truly need out of relationships and what we're looking to deal with, what we truly are looking to deal with, what we can deal with, how to share in a relationship on long-term situations, and to be able to form relationships with people on a long-term period and be in those relationships in a harmonious, balanced manner. With these relationships, again, I say we're learning more about ourselves, why we attract people, places, and things into our lives, how we're able to cope with these things. But most importantly, seclusion, having some time alone for long periods of time to even get to know ourselves, to hear our inner voice, and to be able to observe how we deal with ourselves. Because if you're going to deal with others outside of yourself, most importantly, shouldn't you learn and love you more? Get to know more about you, what you truly like, what you would, how to truly enjoy you, what makes you happy, your own red flags, what buttons others can push from you. and to be able to just learn things within your own environment, spending time alone. That's most importantly. We tend to jump outside ourselves first and learn the hard way. And those interactions are okay. But as we grow, we should find it normal to have time alone for long periods of time. It's not to say it's a dysfunction to go without interactions with other people, places, and things. It's just a discipline for when those times come and we need to spend time alone to understand and overstand, especially coming out of bad relationships, no matter what those relationships are, the opposite sex, the same sex, family, work situations, intimate relations. If those things cause us harm, we need to have time to go within and find some type of level of healing from them, and to also learn the lessons behind why these things had to happen so that we can learn from them and not repeat them. So I hope I made myself clear. If I didn't, if you have any questions regarding the first two topics that I have spoken on, please leave comments below or questions below, or send me an email if you find that you want to ask these questions or leave comments via my email. Okay, hold on for the next topic. Okay, so let's come to spirituality versus religion. And religion can be a very sensitive topic for everyone. Why not spirituality? Well, let me tell you why. Once you fully, a lot of people say, well, I'm going to be spiritual. Well, you are a spiritual being. You're spiritual before you're human. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. And as spiritual beings, there are certain gifts that we are born with because we connect to spirit first. And without that understanding of who we are spiritually, a lot of us are taught about religion, looking outside of ourselves. Here we go again. Looking outside of ourselves for solutions, looking outside of ourselves for experiences, when the best experience comes from within. So religion teaches us to pray to someone, something, some being outside of ourselves. Whereas also religion teaches us that this same being is within us. So if we could have the advantage of knowing that we're already connected from within spiritually, and how great we are spiritually, and the belief that we should have within first instead of looking outside of ourselves constantly. So religion teaches us to look outside, to seek outside. Seek, knock, and listen from outside of ourselves. The best teacher is self through experiences. To seek guidance by listening in moments of meditation, whether you're sitting still, dancing, walking, or however you find peace from within to hear the voice, the inner voice from within. Okay? To speak with our higher selves and to get the answers from within, we do this through prayer, a conversation with ourselves. And even though we have the conversations within ourselves and we sit in meditation, walk in meditation, dance in meditation, go into the kitchen and cook in meditation, whatever our meditation tools or procedures are, we're seeking and listening and waiting on the answers. For how long the answer it takes, however long it takes for us to get the answers. Sometimes those answers do come from outside of ourselves. So, what's the difference in spirituality and religion? Religion is something, is a learned ritual or faith that we're taught to believe. And for me, I say belief is accepting things you don't know until you have to come to know for self. Once you confirm within self what you've learned outside of yourself and in agreement with outside of yourself, and it's confirmed what you believe in, those rituals, those routines, that faith outside of yourself, but until you recognize on your own journey within that belief in self, because it contradicts. How can you believe in something outside that you call God outside of yourself? And this same God is within yourself. Why am I looking outside when I can find it within me? Why am I believing outside of myself and also being contradicted and told to believe in self when it comes to certain goals and activities that we're engaged in? Why not start off first going within, believing within, listening within, and talking within? Having a normal conversation that I would have with someone outside of myself, have it within. Sometimes your confirmation comes from what you attract outside of yourself to bring the answers to you. What a man thinketh, or what a man or woman thinketh or feel, you attract to you. So make it your plan, make it your intention to think and feel what you would love to come towards you and to have in your life. Again, religion are just tools that are guidance, or lessons, or information. It's a certain ritual routine that we're taught by others what we should believe. But spirituality is natural, it's organic. It's a knowing from within that you have to be in tune with in yourself. A guidance that you feel, and a knowing and a surety and faith from within. A feeling from within that guides your every move and thoughts, as well as your feelings. This is not something that can be taught. It's something natural that comes from within that you feel. Because if anything outside of you that does not feel comfortable to you, that's being told and forced upon you, it makes you feel uncomfortable. So you have to follow that intuitive knowing that comes from within you. Okay, let's move on to the next. Okay, so what you put out comes back. If you put out your actions towards others, people, places, and things that you don't want to come back to you, then you need to really pay attention to what you're putting out, whether it's your thoughts. Your thoughts can be very strong. Your thoughts is like the gun. Your emotions behind those thoughts is energy. It's like a bullet that you shoot out. But just be mindful that the gun that you hold out with the energy you're pushing out can return in the form of people, places, and or things. So be careful and mindful about what you want in return from people, places, and things. Sometimes experience is the best teacher. I don't want to say sometimes, I'm going to say all the time. So we have to experience what we don't like in order to know what we like and how to give back that same energy we want to receive. Respectful, conscious. Okay, education versus experience. There's nothing like experience. Experience is the best teacher because reading things from a book can only give you an information point of view. And sometimes just reading the information, we can't picture it if we've never really experienced it. We don't know what it feels like if we've never really experienced it. We don't know the essence of it, of what we are reading. Yeah, reading can be fun for the mental. Yeah, we do our best to use our imagination of what we see in our mind's eye based on the stories or the information given to us through reading or what's being told to us based on somebody else's experience. We can only imagine with our best imagination. And sometimes there's a few of us who don't have the best imagination, and we need the experience. But be careful what you want to experience, because not all experiences are you capable of surviving. Choose wisely your experiences and live wisely your experience, because a lot of times our experiences are the best teachers where we're able to gain wisdom and be able to share that wisdom with those who need it most. Forgiveness. What is forgiveness? Forgiveness comes in so many forms, but we have to understand and understand what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is when someone else, people, places, or thing unintentionally do things to us. And with that understanding and overstanding and understanding that someone did something that they intentionally did not mean to do, we forgive them. We give people chances to correct their wrong or their actions, their thoughts, their words. There are some things we aren't willing to forgive, but over time, we learn to forgive. That some people put out things intentionally to hurt and do wrong by us. Yet and still, even though that they're doing those things, with the understanding, why am I to forgive this person who intentionally meant to hurt me? There's a lesson there. For on the person who's intentionally doing the wrong towards us, have yet to experience what it's like to experience it being done to them. Right now, they think it's fun. They think it's okay because they may have seen someone else that they think have gotten away with it. So we forgive them because they know not what they do. Some people have been taught to intentionally, even though they've experienced it, they hurt from it. So they have no trust in others to not hurt them with the same hurt that has been placed upon them. So we forgive them, for they know not how to forgive yet what has been done to them that they're placing on someone else who has not done them wrong, where there's no trust. In those type of situations, people have to learn to trust. And we do sometimes have a hard time with trust issues. Trust is an action-taken thing with the actions of repeated love and kindness given back to the person who's having a hard time to forgive, who's been hurt. It's actions that need to grow on us for long periods of time to gain the trust of others, whether that person has done them wrong or not. People have been put in situations of traumas. Life lessons, or in this life, this human experience is teaching us to grow spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, to understand, to not hold grudges. But yet, in some situations, we learn to put space between me and someone who intentionally hurts us, sometimes unintentionally hurt us, so that we can learn to love them from a distance so that they can have time to learn to grow, so they can know. Even in situations of separations where there's permanent separations, it's needed. It's okay. Just know you have to do what's best for you in the forgiveness process. Sometimes forgiveness means separating yourself from someone, people, places, and things permanently so that we can show love to ourselves first. We have to take care of self first before we can take care of another. Sometimes in taking care of another means in forgiving another, we have to make sure we forgive ourselves for what caused the other person to treat us a certain way. We have to understand have an understanding of being a victim and coming out of victimhood. How can we grow from being a victim and not stay a victim and learn to defend ourselves from keeping ourselves as a victim and constantly being hurt, seeking forgiveness or giving out forgiveness? We have to know when to place ourselves in certain situations to help. Sometimes we have to take ourselves out of situations so that the other person can seek help. In either case, we have to find balance in either situation, where we're the person seeking for forgiveness or the person who's giving forgiveness. Just know this human experience is a journey on many different levels. Many situations come in many different ways, and there's different levels that we have to deal with as we grow to know. I am so grateful and thankful for you having me and welcoming me into your space to give my experience and share some of the wisdom that I have come to learn in my human experience. And I have plenty more to share and will share in many different ways on many different levels. This is a lifelong journey. And this is also my way of expressing myself through a video platform or the social media platform as my daily or my, I don't want to say my daily diary, but my journal, my video journal or my video diary. So I hope you join me again. And yes, this was a different type of presentation in this video journal and diary. And like I said, there is to come some changes. So stay tuned. And again, I'm so grateful and thankful for the many of you has joined me today. On whatever day it is you sit down and watch this video. I'm so grateful and thankful to you. And I hope you enjoy your time on your journey. And however you learn, I hope you are respecting the next person, place, or thing, space as well, as I have come to learn. It's okay to be about self. You have to be about self first. Some people may think of it as selfishness. But in order to be able to share, you have to take care of yourself first. And there's nothing wrong with that. So don't allow anyone to make you feel guilty because you have to think of you first. Okay? Even when it comes to family. Yes, it is okay. Love thyself first. In loving thyself, you can give that same energy to the next person. And respect how the next person share with you how they would love to be loved and respected. The same way you teach another how you would love to be loved and respected. Okay, until next time, good people. Take care. Take care. I look forward to it. All right, I'm out. Greetings. I'm AnitaYarbrough. I'm a Master Certified NLP practitioner dedicated to empowering individuals such as yourself to transform their lives through holistic healing, life coaching, and counseling. And today, yes, I'm excited. I'm excited to share with you my signature program, which is designed to help you unlock your purpose and align with your true self. Our program, Transformative Healing, a metaphysics and NLP approach towards self-discovery and authentic living, is a transformative journey that combines metaphysical insights with neuro-linguistic programming or NLP techniques to help you overcome challenges and discover innate abilities to heal and transform relationships with yourself and others, as well as establish healthy boundaries. My key components are: 1, self-authentication based healing. This module focuses on understanding the importance of healing and self-authentication and leading a purposeful life. You'll learn to balance your light and dark psyche, use mental and emotional coping techniques, and gain self-acceptance through positive self-talk. 2, lifestyle-based healing. In this module, you'll learn how to tap in to natural survival resources and follow intuitive influences to create a new lifestyle. You'll replace unwanted habits with better practices, identify stress triggers, and understand influences affecting your lifestyle choices. 3, communication-based healing. This module teaches you to express and communicate your thoughts and feelings effectively. You'll learn to listen to your true voice, creatively express your imagination, and communicate commands to your subconscious mind for positive change. And 4, community-based healing. The final module focuses on transforming community dynamics. You'll learn to manifest your needs and wants, recognize patterns for better change, identify individuals of influence, and create a space that fosters peace and harmony. Our program is designed to help you evolve to a new level of self-authentication in this new upcoming paradigm. Now, are you ready to embark on this transformative journey with me? Please join our program today and unlock your true potential. I welcome you back, and I look forward to speaking with you. So get ready. On your march, set, to, go. Thanks for sitting with me.